Every single year, at least 10 or 15 questions come about, ma'am, is it new NCRT or old NCRT? But I think right now we do not have that confusion, because for 2026 aspirants, it is the new NCRT. Why so? Because there are some major changes and some minor changes that has been happened over the past few years. Many people have been given objection over these questions, and right now NCRT has finally taken a move to change those things. Okay, very small changes have been made in zoology, not a very big change, but yes, some places you can see some minor change. So if you're watching this video for the first time and you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Miss Gopika, your own biology master teacher. I have 3+ year experience and I have done a master's in zoology, so I am more leaning towards zoology. And if you want to follow me on Telegram, students, it's Gopika Biology Official. Here you will get all my notes, at the same time some mentoring and some motivation, help and all that. Okay, now let's start with the first thing. First thing is your locomotion and movement, a very important thing which I used to tell my previous classes as well. That is, the hyoid bone, which is present at the base of the buccal cavity, is not actually part of the skull. In the previous NCRT, it was included in skull. In the new NCRT, they have removed that completely. So that means hyoid bone is not a part of the skull. If any match to the following or assertion reason question come, you are not supposed to write it. Okay, so this is the first correction that is there in locomotion and movement. Next one is in your biological classification. Before we used to say that the human, that is the Jakob disease, okay, CRJ we can say, or CJD in humans. Now they have given the full form of it. Okay, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is the full form of it. So they have now given the full form, so that is important for you to study and memorize it. Now spelling is not important for you, so you just have to know the name. Okay, the full form of this is one small correction given in biological classification. Now coming to breathing and exchange, it's still a little controversial. Why? Because the old NCRT has the correct explanation. If you look at any book, okay, Guyton and Hall textbook 14th edition also, if you look at it, is all your MBBS books. If you look at it, it is written that the additional volume of air a person can take after a forcible inspiration is called as your IRV. But right now in your new NCRT, they have corrected that additional volume of air into a person can inspire by forcible inspiration. Some people are telling that since here forcible is given, it is correct. But technically, if you see here also forcible is given. So the additional volume of air is actually the most appropriate if you go for higher studies and read about it. Okay, so I think we have also some of us have given objection to this statement, that why this is correct. We need an explanation. I think mostly they might go back to this. So if you write this also, there's no problem. If you write this also, no problem. But if you see technicality of it, like the knowledge wise, this is the most appropriate. Okay, which was given in the old NCRT. Now if you come to evolution, students, one major change that has come is in the date or the number, we can say, not date exactly, number. So this can come as a question later. That is, before they used to tell that the universe was created almost 20 billion years ago. Now they have told that it is only 13.8 billion years ago that the universe have been created, and about the Big Bang theory everything continues. But here there's a major change in the number. Okay, so that number might come later as a question, so that's why it's very, very important. Now moving forward to your molecular basis of inheritance. Before, in molecular basis of inheritance, instead of this, that is 99% of the nucleotide bases are exactly the same in all humans. In the old NCRT, students, in the old NCRT, it was given people. Okay, people. So people has been corrected to humans. Clear? People has been corrected to humans. Again, not a very major change as well. Okay, so this one correction has been done. Now adrenal gland, which I think all the teachers would have taught you, right, that it is present right above the kidney. But in the old NCRT, they used to give that it is present in the anterior part. So anterior part means what? Like it's in the front, like that it is mentioned. Right now they have just put one above each kidney. So they have finally told that it is on the superior part. Okay, so that is a I think all the students know it. There will be no student who makes a mistake of it. So this is what is mainly from the zoology part. Botany part, Basavaraj sir will be informing you what is there in the botany part. Okay, and now students, most of you have been asking us, ma'am, we want to know more about DNA. So I have just put one whole thing about DNA, what you're going to get. So students, you're going to get 300 plus live sessions. You're going to get 360 performance analysis. This is one thing that lacked in 2025. That is, students did not know that how they were improving in every test and what were the mistakes that they were doing. So this time you are going to get performance analysis. Previous batches also had it, but yes, we are going to make it a little more serious right now. Now pedagogy is going to be available. You are going to get ebooks. Okay, all practice ebooks are going to be available here. So that is there. class assignments, DPPs, Telegram, you will be connected to us. Then previous class sessions replays will be there, and also you can regulate the speed here. Okay, you can regulate the speed here. Now, what's the difference between combo and your normal NEET DNA batch is that you're going to have here, you will get the Tattva books delivered at your home, but here you will not get the Tattva book delivered. You will only have the soft copies present in the batch. Okay. So if you want to take any of the batches, all the descriptions, all the links are in the description. You can definitely click on the link and check out by yourself. Even if you want the pro batch, you can book a demo. If you want to visit any of the VLC also, you can book a demo and visit there. Okay. So I hope it's clear. Now botany part, sir is going to explain you which are the portions, that is, what are the things that is changes, and in botany there are some major changes. Okay. So see you all, students.
So hello students, welcome back to your own channel Vedantu NEET English. This is Basavaraj, sir. Right. Now we will just quickly go over all the new changes, all the changes in your new NCERT. Because students, you need to be updated, and every single line of NCERT is so important that question can pop from anywhere. So this becomes very, very important. Now here is a quick disclaimer, students. This new NCERT is available only and only in online and in offline in a hard copy only in some place in Delhi. But throughout India, the hard copy has not been sold yet. So if you're planning to buy the hard copy, look for these changes and then buy the hard copy. Okay. So these changes are present in your current NCERT, which can be seen in your official website. So here are the changes, students. The first one is from the biomolecules chapter. Here you can easily see the change here. The first change here you can see here is the hydrogen. It was 0.5 percentage. It became 9.5, which is absolutely correct here. Old NCERT, new NCERT. Now students, again there is a minor change in the spelling here with respect to beta platelet here. The spelling has been changed here also, very minor change. Now students, when we come to sexual reproduction of flowering plants, this mistake can be seen by all the true botanists way back itself. So when I was teaching in my DNA batch last year also, I pointed this mistake out. Very good mistake it is, right? Many teachers also might miss it. Okay, that is here, students. If you look at the entire this one, the wind pollinated part here. Here you can see, students, a familiar example is corn cob. The tassels you see are nothing but the stigma and style. When I read it for the first time, I knew it, because tassel is a part of male flower. In male flower, where will the stigma and style come from? Not possible. So it has been rectified in new NCERT. It says ear right now. It says ear. Can you see? That is ear you see. And ear is actually the female flower. Ear and silk. Ear and silk are the female flower which has the entire stigma and style here. You can see here also, students. This is the tassel is the male part. Ear is the female part here. And the silk is actually the style. Is actually the style there. Okay, that's the female flower. So this rectification has been done here. Ear is the female part, so it makes sense now. Stigma and style makes sense right now. Okay. Now students. Next one is from human reproduction. Again, minor technical issue is there. Here you can see in the old NCERT it says, right, lactiferous duct through which milk is sucked out. Is it possible? Milk cannot be sucked from lactiferous duct. It is not possible at all. The mistake has been rectified here, students. You can see here. Here now it says lactiferous duct and opens into nipples. So very important. Lactiferous duct opens into nipples and through which milk has been released or milk is sucked out. Okay. So it is properly made in new NCERT. But if you look at any of my old lectures, I have always, let's see, lactiferous duct, nipples. So in my class, we have already rectified this mistake long back. From past 2 years, we are doing this, but NCERT is a little slow. Okay. Now, students. Now, next one is from, again, is a small minor change which I have always mentioned in my class. In old NCERT, it says ovum here. It is replaced by secondary oocyte, which is absolutely correct here. So, students, if you remember any of my classes, right? Any of my classes, I always write secondary oocyte, secondary oocyte. Can you see? Secondary oocyte, secondary oocyte. I have never used ovum. Ovum will only come at the end here, not there. So if you look at this diagram also, I told you secondary oocyte is released. See, secondary oocyte part of your tertiary follicle. Secondary oocyte is released by rupturing of Graafian follicle. So we have always used the proper one. So if you're my student, nothing to worry there. Nothing to worry. Okay. So you can see also secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. So this was a diagram used by me in our classes. Right. Now students. Next one is from cell. Again, it is a minor change here. One nationality is changed. Okay. Here it says, see, Mathis Scheiden is German botanist. Correct. Now students, they said Theodore Swan was a British zoologist. Now that becomes wrong because Theodore Swan is also a German zoologist. So both are right now German. Who is German? Who is British? The confusion is not there anymore. Okay, in new NCRT. And students, again there's a minor change in this chapter. In old NCRT, it says here the fluid matrix called as cytoplasm. But all of you should know matrix is the cytoplasm is not fluid, it is semi-fluid in nature. So it has been changed. You see, the semi-fluid matrix. So the semi word has been added here. Next students, respiration plants. This is a famous mistake which I told you 2 years back itself, right? It says 2H plus, which is not possible because it won't be sufficient. I've always told you, always use 4H plus because 3 is used to rotate the ring there, ring rotation. 1H plus is used to transport the inorganic phosphate there. So 4H plus are important here. So if you look at any of my class also, I always use 4H plus. Always use 4H plus, not 2H plus anywhere. Okay. That's what answer. Again, here also in the same chapter, there is a small change here. Like one word has been added here. You can see here it says oxidation of some macromolecules that we call food. Only green plants and cyanobacteria can prepare their own food, which is obviously wrong because there are certain protists which can also do euglena, right? You can see here also students, it says now it has been changed to, right, green plants and cyanobacteria can prepare their own food. So this only word has been removed right now, which is obviously wrong, there. Okay, students, those were all the changes with respect to botany. So I hope all of you, before you buy the new NCRT, please be careful. Look for these changes. Before you buy new NCRT. And these changes should be in your mind right now because any mistake can lead to a lot of consequences. Okay. So thank you so much, students. Bye bye. Take care, all of you. I'll see you in the next class. Until then, keep studying, keep working hard. Bye bye. Sayonara, all of you.